theme of too nice. I had them at 6-10. I just feel I could see them, 6-10. So I agreed with you there. I had the Falcons also in third. I agreed with you on the Falcons. Last year they were 11-5. They won a wild card. I also feel that they're going to take a step backward. There's a storyline that we'll talk about in a little bit that has to do with them. I had them going 8-8. I thought 3 more losses because they were 11-5. That's a pretty significant step backward. So I see them going 8-8. This is where we differ. I had the Panthers in second at 10-6. So 2 less wins, 2 more losses, I guess.
Right.
And I had the Saints, as obviously you knew I was going to say. I had the Saints in first. However, I did agree with you on the division winners record. I think they're going to go 11-5.
Gotcha.
But that's that big. You said you don't trust them, and I of course agree with you. Like I said, I went on a limb a little bit. This is banking on the fact that I'm going to trust them and that they're going to become all of a sudden consistent.
Right.
So.
And that's the thing about being, is that there's going to be teams this year that are going to do that. And the thing about predicting is you're going to try to predict who that's going to be, and it could really be anybody.
I mean, it very well could be the Saints. I mean,
it very well could be the Saints.
I feel like, but here's
honestly,
the thing.
I hope you're right. I would like to see the Saints.
Here's the thing I feel about the Saints, though. 11-5. I could see if they finally play a little bit of defense and they show up. I could see them going 12-4, maybe not 13-3, but I could see them definitely, being the division champion. So we agree. We agree on the 11-5 I don't think 12-4 will get it done in this division this year. I think 11-5 will.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to win more than 11 games in this division. And like I said, I hope you're right. I hope that the Saints win, but I'm picking the Panthers. I'm going the safe route, conservative route. All right. Again, we're gonna do our top 5, which is going to be the same thing we've been kind of doing, which is the storylines for the NFC South, and we're just going to kind of just talk back at each other instead of being less standardized. Do you want me to just kind of start reading some off that I have and see?
Yeah, and I'll just chime in. I'll say what if I had that.
And you might differ on me because I think there's a lot of small stories, not any big ones like in the NFC North last week where we had obviously
several,
Cutler and the Bears and all that. But there's a lot of small ones if you look hard enough. The first one I thought of was the running back tandem in Carolina, and basically it's kind of like how high can they go, Williams and Stewart. They went really high last year, surprisingly, on a late season push, and I would like to see, I think a storyline is, can they mature and become even better, or will they fall back to earth?
Yeah, I definitely didn't have that, but I mean
it's a
valid question of because we talked before about running back tag teams now by committee.
Yeah.
And how it's not how a single running back on most downs is a thing of the past. And I think that I'm a huge fan of it. I sometimes like to see the duo, the by committee, and then that third specialized guy, which some teams have, not every team does. So that's a very valid story point, especially with a team that's contending.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of small stories if you look. You might not have thought of that, but it's there, truly.
Oh, yeah,
it's just not that as big of a story.
Because I didn't think of it doesn't mean much.
Well, and I think of Williams because he was the whole reason I won the fantasy football championship last year. I'm going to keep bringing that up because I love that guy for giving me that championship. Anyway, my second one was, these are in no particular order this time, is Josh Freeman possibly starting. Will he start? Will he or won't he? And if he starts, it's obvious going to be, how does he do?
I did have that. I had that as my number 5. I mean, I had it as, first of all, I just wrote Josh Freeman, and I had, will he start, and basically what you just said, will he start, and will he be a game manager? Will he, possibly get them to 9-7, 10-6, or will he fall flat on his face? So that's definitely a storyline considering it's a brand new quarterback out of K-State, and so I had that too.
Right. Next one I had was, will Drew Brees set any records this year? Which is it's a valid thing because he almost did last year.
I had that too. I put I actually kind of similar wording to what you have for the last one. I put stats for Breeze and records, how good he'll be. So
yeah, and I'd like to. I was rooting for him last year to get the records, so I'm hopeful. Next one I had was, will Reggie Bush ever be good, or will he ascend this year? Because this is the year that he kind of has to do it. He's basically the de facto starter. If he's ever going to turn into that guy in the NFL, now's the time.
Yep.
Agreed.
Didn't have that, but I agree.
Okay. Last one I have is Gonzalez and Ryan. Will they work out? Will they be a good tandem? Will they not? Will Gonzalez make a difference? Will Ryan make a difference this year? Or what kind of a difference will he make?
I put I did have that. I had actually 2 separate ones. I had actually what Paul, our director, said before the show about the sophomore slump. I said I had sophomore slump for Ryan, ? Will he be a game manager? How will he do? And then I also had as a separate one the Tony Gonzalez impact, because I think it's going to play a factor. However, if that team is taking a step backward, it might be undermined a little bit.
For Tony Gonzalez's sake, I hope they contend, because that was the whole point of trading him. He wants to go to a contender. I don't know they will be, but again, Tony Gonzalez, I feel I'm very thankful that he was on my team for so many years, and I feel like we owed him one by trying to trade him. So we did. We got nothing for him, so it's not like it was helpful to us. We did it for him, and now for his sake, they need to contend. Yeah. If they don't, then I'm just gonna be mad that we gave him up for nothing.
Yeah. The only other one I had was I put it as too close to call. Panthers repeating or new champion. So, I mean, we've talked
potentially,
about that a ton.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually.
I just feel like
every division has that storyline going on.
Well, but
I'm not disagreeing with you. Yeah. I'm saying
but I just feel like in this division especially, I feel like there could be potentially 3 teams that could win it, and I don't think I can say that about every division.
Yeah, and actually, I could be sorely underselling the Buccaneers in this case. Maybe they will win it this year.
Watch them go 11-5 and
yeah, maybe Carolina could repeat. New Orleans could get hot and get it right finally. Atlanta could make a huge step forward after last year was another one. Anything could really happen in this division.
These are somewhat educated guesses, I like to call them.
Much better than in the NFC North. I can't talk myself into thinking that in the AFC North, the Browns are going to win the division. I just can't see it happening.
Yeah.
But in this division,
it could potentially be any of them.
I mean, even the Buccaneers. I said they're going to go 4-12, but they can go 12-4.
Yeah.
It could really go either way.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, and so concludes another episode, and we're running a little short this week, but it's a lean time of year, I think. We'll be having more stuff to talk about in the coming weeks as we get closer to the football season. We'll have one more division, hopefully on Friday. We'll do the NFC West.
Oh, we will.
And then next week we'll be back to normal with a brand spanking new top 5 that won't be talking about some random NFL division. And obviously, we'll be talking about previewing the race on Friday and hopefully some other stuff. We'll see about any potential baseball news.
The sports world seems to always give us stuff. So
hopefully, there always seems to be stuff that pops up after we finish recording. So
maybe probably something that's popped up in the hour of this.
Yeah, I should be looking. We could be stopping and talking about it right now. But anyway, I know. Oh, Vic reinstated. That actually just popped up. Michael Vick has. Breaking news on Racin and stuff. Michael Vick just got reinstated into the NFL.
Which we'll definitely talk more about on Friday, obviously.
Was conditionally reinstated by NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell on Monday and could play in regular season games as early as October. You heard it here first, folks. By Tuesday night.
So, yeah. So, there you go, though. We'll have to talk. We'll definitely talk more about that on Friday. We'll make sure to do that.
All right. That was cool. That's
that
the
was
first time
a perfect
that's
example of breaking news.
Okay. So, as always, I'm Doug.
And I'm Chris.
And we'll talk to you later.
See ya.